Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mom Projects Masterclass. I'm Elizabeth Shackelford, and I can't wait to talk today with Anna McKay, the founder of Parents Pivot. Parents Pivot is an online resource hub that focuses on helping people who have paused their career for parenthood reconnect with their professional selves and return to the paid, meaningful work that they love. Today, Anna is going to kick us off for our first masterclass of 2023 with a topic that is top of mind as we enter a new year: re-energizing your job search. Anna will walk us through her tips and strategies for approaching your job search with intention and confidence. We will have time for a short Q&A at the end of the session, so add any questions you may have into the chat. Anna, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Elizabeth. It's great to be here with you. I'm so excited to kick off the new year with everybody in your community. So thanks so much for having me.
Yay, well, I'll let you take it away.
All right. Well, let's get started. I got some slides to share with you. So today we're going to be talking about how to start your job search with success in 2023. So thanks for being here. Let's get started. So thank you for the introduction. Yes, my name is Anna McKay. I'm the founder of Parents Pivot. Prior to being a coach, I worked for a Big Four accounting firm for about 10 years, got to the manager level, and then made my own career transition to become a coach. Since that time, I have lived overseas. I have practiced coaching for almost 14 years and coached people from a variety of backgrounds. I was overseas and managed 3 international moves, and both my daughters were born overseas. So Parents Pivot offers one-on-one and group coaching and loves to partner with the Mom Project for masterclasses like this. So today we're going to be talking about, we're going to do a little check-in. I want to hear from you all, hear how you are feeling about your job search in 2023. And then we're going to talk a little bit about what does it mean to start with success. And I'm going to share some tips that you can take away to feel re-energized in your job search. And then, like Elizabeth said, we'll have a couple of minutes for Q&A at the end. Get questions ready. All right. So how are you feeling about your job search now? So I'm going to actually switch up the slides here and pull up a Mentimeter. So if any of you all have done this before, it's actually a little hard to see on here. But if you go to www.menti.com and use this code at the top, 5881 2741. It'll bring you to a question and you'll be able to share with the group anonymously how you are feeling about your job search. So I'm curious. So that's going to populate as you put your answers in. How are you feeling about your job search? Are you dragging your feet and dreading it? Are you not doing great? Are you doing okay? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling energized and ready to go? So if you will hop on to Mentimeter and put your answer in, then we'll be able to see it when it gets populated and let us know how that goes. Oh, one person's feeling super energized. Awesome. I love seeing that. Yes, yes. And we've got a mix in here. We've got some people feeling good, not great. Yes, I hear you. I hear you. A job search is tough. A job search is tough. So I'm going to let a few more. One person is dragging their feet. Yeah, I hear you. More people feeling not so good. Some people okay, dragging feet. Yeah. Well, you all are in the right place because today we're going to talk about how to get you a little bit more motivated, how to move you out of that dragging feet stage and not feeling so great to feeling a little bit better about your job search, feeling more energized. It's awesome to see this changing and coming in. So thank you. All right. So back to the slides. So what does it mean to start with success? This is different for everybody. So based on where you are, based on how you're feeling, success look different for you. So what does success look like for you? What does a successful job search look like? We all want to say we get a job, right? But there's steps along the way to take to get there. So setting those smaller milestones along the way, what are those success milestones along the way? for you. And to get started, there are 3 keys to re-energizing your job search. So I want to make this simple for you all so that you can have these takeaways to just take from this session and go from here. So first is to identify your intention. Second is to master your mindset and move forward. And 3 is to always reach out. So when we're talking about identifying our intention, research shows that at certain dates, like the new year or our birthdays or the beginning of the school year, there's a certain energy that happens that kind of helps us reset. So whether you weren't feeling great about your job search or whether you were feeling super energized about your job search, now is a great opportunity to reset, to use that new year to reset, refresh, and figure out what you want for yourself in 2023. So I like to start with setting that intention and identifying what your intention is. So how do we do that? How do we identify our intention? A couple of ways. We can either look back at 2020 and see what lessons we've learned, what we might want to be doing differently in our job search going forward. Or we can look at 2023. Where do we want to be a year from now? And how do we use that to guide us with our intention? I like to start with intention versus goals because an intention should be something really short and memorable that you can go back to. So I'll share my intention for 2023 is to build strength. So that's could be internal strength of, setting boundaries and internal mindset strength. And it's also has to do with health and physical strength. And so my intention for 2023 is, and I've been able to refer to that several times, something that, just keeps me top of mind on what my priorities are, where I'm focused, where I'm headed. And so I'm able to refer back to that often and kind of get energy and momentum going. And I know what I need to do next. If it aligns with building strength, then that's good for me. All right. So a couple of things that you might want to do is think back to your own job search. How did it go in 2022? What were some of the lessons you learned? What worked well in 2022 in your job search? And what might you want to do differently? Maybe you sent out hundreds of applications and you didn't hear back from as many as you would have liked. That can be really frustrating and that can bring you down. So instead of doing that, what could you do differently? Could you have a more targeted job search to help you narrow your focus, narrow your field? So what's your intention for 2023? So I created a couple of questions to help you look back and reflect on your own on 2022 and reflect on the future of 2023 and where you're headed. So you can download this template. We don't have enough time to go through this all here, but definitely download this template and create an I will statement for you. So that I will statement is that claiming of your intention for 2023 so that you can move forward with that intention in mind. And, as I mentioned earlier, lots of times this new year is an opportunity to reset and refresh, and there's energy in that. So if we focus on using that energy to create our intention, and then when later down the road and later down the year, we don't, have maybe that fresh energy, we can go back and remember our intention, and that can help bring us back to the energy that we had when we reset and we refocused in 2023. So download this template and create your own I will statement. All right. Next, instead of confidence, I want you to do this other thing. And so, a mindset is really critical. And to help us shift our mindset into a better frame of mind, we need to kind of make some of those transitions, make some of those mindset shifts. So the first one that I want you all to do today is to think about, confidence. A lot of times people feel like they don't have confidence a job search. A job search can knock you down, whether you've been out of paid work for 10 years, 20 years, 1 or 2 years. Jobs are tough, and you can feel a real lack of confidence. People feel like they need to have 100% clarity and confidence about what they want in order to move forward, and that can prevent them from taking the next step. So instead of focusing on how confident you feel, I want you to move forward with courage instead. So moving forward with courage, and then knowing that confidence will come the more that you do this. So I'm going to share a story about from my own experience and about how I created the Thrive group coaching program. So it was actually 4 years ago this month that I launched the first Thrive group coaching program. And Parents Pivot wasn't even actually created yet. So I launched the first Thrive program in 2019. And I was already 10 years into my profession as a coach, but I had several transitions during that time. I had had 3 international moves. I had given birth to 2 daughters overseas. There was a lot of stops and starts in my career for that first, 8 or so years of my coaching career. So it was challenging to, pick myself back up and restart after each one of those pauses. And so I know some of you all might be experiencing that now, whether you've paused or whether you feel like you've stopped and started your job search, your career transition. You've made a couple of career transitions over the past couple of years. It can be hard. But I was at a point in 2019 where I wanted to do something different with my coaching practice. I was ready to take it to the next level. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, but I knew a couple of things. I knew the problem of the challenge that I saw so many returners face in getting back to paid work. I knew that from my experience as an expat. I knew that from my own experiences, kind of stopping and starting my career. I knew those problems and challenges well. And had seen and worked with clients to get them back to paid work successfully on a one-on-one basis. So I want to create the Thrive group coaching program because I believe in the power of a group to get goals accomplished. But I didn't know whether people would show up for it. I didn't know whether it would work. At this point in 2019, it was before the pandemic. People weren't comfortable working virtually. It was actually in person, and it was a little different than it was today. But I moved forward with courage and just tried it out. And it was well received. The people who went through the first Thrive program got a lot out of it and felt like it was what they needed to keep going in their job search. The first one was really focused on clarity and confidence, and it was a shorter version. And so now, fast forward 4 years, we have 3 cohorts of the Thrive program, and we're working with people across the country. And so did I know that today was going to happen when I started the Thrive group coaching program 4 years ago? No, I didn't. But I moved forward with courage based on a problem, a challenge that I had seen people go through, that I knew I could help with. And so for you in your job search, what are those challenges that you see companies or people facing, whether you want to return to paid work within an organization or whether you want to return to paid work as your own boss? Like, what are the challenges that you see companies facing or people facing that you want to address? Thinking through that, moving forward with courage, and taking just the next small step to check and see whether this is a problem or a challenge that other people think needs solving too. So that's what I would definitely encourage you to do after you set your intention for 2023. Then move forward with courage, and confidence will come. Finally, I saw this post the other day, or this article the other day from Inc., and it says researchers collected 15,000 regrets from around the world, and their number one lesson is just 3 words long. So this is based on a study that Daniel Pink did, and he found that their number one lesson was always reach out, which I feel like is so translatable to the job search. So if you are in a job search, one of the best ways to get another job is to reach out to people that you used to work with, or reach out to people that are in your community that you know now, and start to build connections. So, I'd say if there was a research study done on biggest job search regrets, this would top the charts there as well. So, always reach out and make sure you keep building your network after you've identified your intention. And, if that's not clear to you, that's something that we work on in coaching. So identify that intention, and then move forward with courage instead of confidence, and always reach out, knowing that confidence will come if you move forward and with courage, and you just take that next first step. So, another research study shows that when we're taking on new challenges, or we're addressing hard things, if we are climbing a mountain with another person, then it's much easier. There was a research study done that showed that you're sitting looking at the level of an incline, and you're thinking about taking on that incline with a friend, you're much more likely to perceive that incline as less steep than if you're just standing there alone. So challenges are better faced with a group and community of people. So I want to share a little bit about the Thrive program, because that is a group of and community of people who are just like you, looking to return to paid work, looking to make the next career transition, looking to make that pivot. And this is what's all included in the Thrive program. There's a one-on-one 9 group coaching sessions. It's one of the most comprehensive programs out there for returners, tailored with those your questions and challenges in mind. How do I address the gap on my resume? That kind of thing. There are workbooks and assessments with tips. There's coaching. There's a confidence course, resume feedback, LinkedIn feedback. You get to build your network with other people facing similar challenges. And there's interview prep. We use technology in the program, so you get that up to date. There's accountability, and we talk about salary negotiation. And so today, if you reach out to me in the next 24 hours, or if you sign up for the Thrive group coaching program, and you can go to this link, I will give you a bonus one-on-one for the session. And like I mentioned, we've got 3 cohorts for this spring with 3 amazing coaches who've led the program before. They know what it's like to be a returner, and they know how to get you back to paid work. They know what works. So you'll get a bonus one-on-one with one of them. And but reach out to me, you can either write an email to me using this email address and just write yes in the subject line. Or you can go ahead and just sign up using that link for the Thrive Group Coaching Program, and you'll get that extra bonus. So to recap today, if we're thinking about, what do you want to do? How do you want to start off your job search with success? First, start with identifying your intention. Be able, get that template out, work on those questions, and finish this sentence. In 2023, I will what? Number 2, move forward with courage, and confidence will come. So move forward with courage. Take that next brave step in your job search, and confidence will come. And number 3, always reach out. Build your network, reach out for support where you can, and come to great events like this for the Mom Project, and sign up for Thrive. Always reach out. So I'm curious for you all, What are you taking away from today? So before we get to the next, the Q&A session, I'd love to hear from you all. We'll pull up that Mentimeter again. Yes, thank you. And so go to menti.com and use the code above. So 6883 5121 and share with us, what are you taking away from today? Which one of those tips did you like the best? Was it identifying your intention? Was it moving forward with courage? Was it always reach out? What was it for you? I'd love it if you'd share. And then as you share, like in the previous poll, things will start populating and we'll get to see what you have to say. So, what are you taking away from today? Yeah. And so, I think that there's so many different challenges that we face. If we can just refresh our mindset. Yay, looks like there's a couple. Courage, goal setting, strength, always reaching out. Love it. Love it. Always reaching out, a couple of those. Move forward with courage. It looks like courage is really leading the pack here. Nice. It keeps getting bolder and bolder. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So I'm so excited for you all today. Move forward with courage and let's hear what your questions are. And of course, feel free to reach out to me, Anna at parentspivot.com, with any questions. Courage is leading the pack. I love it.
That was so great. I have so many takeaways, and I think they go with anything regardless of whether you're job searching or not. Like climbing the mountain with a friend is so applicable in every sense of the word, and also just leading with courage and confidence will come.
Yes. Yes, love it.
And I'm just looking through the chat and seeing if there are any questions. But as a reminder, if you don't want to ask them here on LinkedIn, definitely reach out to Anna and she will answer all of your questions. And thank you again, Anna, for joining us today. That was so helpful.
Yay, great. I love it. It's always a pleasure speaking with your community. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And as a reminder for everyone joining us today, we have more exciting virtual events coming up throughout January and into February. On January 19th, we're hosting an Empower Hour with Allied Electronics and Automation, discussing the positive impacts of moms as leaders. And on January 24th, we'll be discussing brand new research from work labs around the workplace support that parents need beyond the initial parental leave after the baby is born. During that session, we will be joined by the Chief Marketing Officer from Vivi, the child care and early learning experts, as well as the Chief People Officer from the SCIM. And finally, we hope that you will join us for our 2-day virtual summit, The Comeback, February 21st and 22nd. It's a schedule full of disruptive ideas and groundbreaking insights from top industry leaders, including a session from Anna. So you'll hear more from Anna at The Comeback. There'll be live interactive sessions, inspiring keynotes, and the opportunity to network. Just like Anna says, reach out. You'll be able to network at The Comeback and forge new connections. We'll be sure to pop the registration link into the comment box as well.
Nice. Yes, I'm excited to be there too at the Comeback event in February.
And remind us what your session is about at the Comeback.
So we're talking about making that pivot from an at-home parent to a working parent. So navigating that transition. Yes.
Oh, and such a big question from our community all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome.
Well, I don't see any questions, but I'm sure people will reach out to you directly.
Yeah.
And thank you again for joining us today. And thank you all for attending. And we'll see you at the next one.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Bye.